This is Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the HTC Status on AT&T, otherwise known as the HTC Chacha overseas. This is obviously a QWERTY messaging phone. You've got a BlackBerry style keyboard down here, and it's a real modern looking phone though. I love the design of it. Check out the curve over here. Feels very nice against your face, also feels good in the hand. And though it's an inexpensive phone, it's $49 with contract, it's kind of got a nice classy look thanks to the intelligent design. I mean, there's plenty of plastic here and stuff like that, but it doesn't look cheesy. So we've got the back here, little metal strip, there's your 5 megapixel camera, LED flash, and this panel slides down with an intense amount of difficulty to reveal the battery, SIM card slot, and the micro SD card slot. Yeah, you got to take this off and pull the battery to get to that micro SD card. Bummer. 2 gig card is included, by the way. If you do want to remove the door, you're supposed to push down with both fingers like this and push the back that way. On this side here we have the volume controls, and here's your micro USB port for charging and syncing. Here we have capacitive touch buttons. It's very nice. The drawback with this phone is this display. It's 2.6 inches. That's pretty darn small, and it's a nice quality display. And the resolution is 480 by 320, which was the standard resolution for Android phones a couple of years ago. Now, obviously, they're running at 800 by 480 more commonly, but it's also landscape orientation primarily. So some applications, well, they only run in portrait mode, so you end up having to hold the phone sideways. For example, we'll show you. So here's the speedtest.net application, and this is the way that it runs. So you have to be able to use the phone sideways once in a while. Down here we have 2 hardware buttons, and this one launches your contacts, which is kind of handy, and this one over here is the screen chooser for the desktop screens. Now this supports a lot of screens here. We've got all the HTC widgets. Here's FriendStream loading, Facebook chat, which is a new one, HTC's Twitter, and if you want to add a new one, there's 40 HTC widgets. You can just swing through them. There's clocks, there's many calendar views, more clock views, lots of social networking stuff provided by HTC, and so on. And then we got the keyboard itself down here. This is a really nice keyboard. I like the non-glossy keys. They're raised, they're clicky. I mean, it's a small keyboard because it's a QWERTY bar, but it is very usable. You've got a .com button here if you hit the Alt button. The @ symbol requires an Alt press up here, but that's not too bad. Embedded number keys. You've also got an embedded Alt key for your camera as well. And this is nice, the dedicated arrow pad, because the display is so small it's a little hard to tap exactly where you want to go if, say, you need to correct some text. And last but not least, we have the Facebook button here, which launches Facebook, and also will glow if you've got messages and stuff. Now, of course, we have the Facebook app over here as well, and here it is in all its glory. Tiny text because it is a small screen. There is no pinch zooming for the Facebook application, but it's functional. And here we've got our little Twitter widget going right here, and you can see because of the aspect ratio of the display that actually the menu pickers are on the right side, and you can change for these just by tapping. The phone runs Android OS 2.3.3 Gingerbread, which is great. That's the latest, greatest OS for phones. And it runs HTC Sense 2.1 for messaging phones. This is getting a little bit confusing what HTC is doing with their numbers and their versions and stuff. It's basically equivalent to HTC Sense 3.0 on phones, but when it's tablets, they call it 2.1 for tablet. It's all that nice HTC Sense stuff that we've seen in 3.0. Likewise, if you check out the lock screen, turn it back on, so you can see you've got the HTC Sense ability to drag any one of these applications to your ring here, so you don't have to unlock the phone. You can just quickly launch phone or camera, so I'll show you right here. And there you go, just launch the camera, which has a basic user interface. Camera on this is pretty good, by the way, for a budget phone. It's 5 megapixel and it takes fairly sharp pictures that are colorful and bright. This runs on an 800 megahertz Qualcomm CPU single core, so we're not talking about a super speed demon here. In terms of speed and usability, I have no problems with it. It benchmarks at just under 1,000 on Quadrant, which is about what you'd expect for a 1 gigahertz phone or a bit less. The only bad or strange thing here is Adobe Flash Player is not pre-installed, nor is it available for download in the market currently. I don't know if that's because it's only an 800 megahertz phone. That would be my suspicion. I don't know if it will appear, so right now no full Adobe Flash here. You do get other multimedia though. Of course, there's the usual YouTube player, and we've also got AT&T Live TV here, which is their streaming Mobi TV service. It costs you about $10 a month. You get a free trial subscription for 2 weeks with the phone. And it's a small screen, you know, for watching TV and movies, but it's better than nothing if you're bored on the go. And this remembers where I left off watching a TV show. And it's a bit slow, honestly, in this application compared to other phones in terms of using the controls. But once you get streaming, it's fine, and it should pop out to full screen as soon as it's buffered enough.
It's on the schedule for tomorrow, 9 a.m.
What?
9 a.m.
Judge, come on. I mean, these guys are clearly playing out.
It's a nice bright display, and it's pretty sharp, though. I have to say that in the videos here, it looks a little bit on the dark side in dark scenes for ideal watching. For an AT&T phone, it doesn't have too much bloatware on it. Again, we saw the more useful things like AT&T Live TV on here. We've got their Yellow Pages app, which is inescapable. We do have the Wi-Fi hotspot application, which is handy. This is a 3G phone. Data speeds are pretty good on it. We've gotten up to about 2 megs down on AT&T's 3G HSPA 7.2 megabit network. Upload speeds are capped, of course, so it's around 300K for uploads. We've also got AT&T Navigator on here if you don't want to use Google Maps for whatever reason. And that is a subscription service. We've got AT&T Family Maps as well, AT&T Barcode Scanner, which is actually kind of useful. And the rest of it is your HTC software for the most part, including Facebook Chat. Reception on this phone is quite good. I'm impressed with it. It does better than a lot of the AT&T phones that we've reviewed for our site. And also call quality is very nice, sharp, clear, with better than average volume for a GSM phone. There is no traditional touchscreen dialer, though. This obviously is a touchscreen phone because you have the number pad here. You can actually start just punching in numbers if you want to dial. You can hit the green button right here to bring up your contacts and choose somebody. And once you're in a call, there is no hang-up button on screen either, because this becomes your call end button, the little red button right here. Green being your initiate a phone call button. So obviously this phone is affordable. It's designed probably for teens and tweens who want to do a lot of messaging. It's got a pretty good keyboard for that. You've got Twitter, you've got Facebook, custom stuff that HTC has done to make that more pleasant. It does email as well, obviously. And it's a pretty decent phone for updating your social networks and that kind of thing. It's very affordable. It's fairly durable, dense plastic and metal as well. Obviously not a high-end phone with a big screen. If you want to watch videos and play challenging 3D games, this wouldn't be the phone for you. But if you want a pocketable messaging phone on AT&T that runs Android, it's not so bad. I'm Lisa from Mobile Tech Review, and this is the HTC Status on AT&T. Visit our website for the full review.